Welcome to A Date with Danu right here on High TV, your luxury channel made possible by our friends at Lanka Bell. Today on the show, I have two who brought in a new trend to Sri Lanka and one person who is riding solo because he just couldn't convince his wife to come on this show. You clearly know what I'm wearing. He made sarongs sexy again. I'm happy to have Asanka on the show.
Hi, I'm Asanka De Mel, CEO of Lovi Ceylon. I'm here for Date with Danu. Well, I'm looking forward to charades because I know Danu's not gonna get any dirt on me on Facebook. I cleaned it thoroughly before I came on this show. I've been on shows with Danu a few times, but this will be a new experience. Can't wait to see.
I can call him the Lovi man. Asanka on A Date with Danu. Thanks for joining us. It took me 3 seasons to get you on this.
Thanks for having me, Danu.
No problem. I've always asked him one question. How come I don't look like you when I wear Lovi? It's really unfair. He always gives me, like, maybe the way you're seated, maybe this what you have put here might be. I really wanted to look like that. Is it my stomach? Is that the problem?
No, Danu, you have too much personality, that's why.
You're too kind. You make me tear, I tell you. Thanks for coming on the show.
Absolutely.
We will keep Lovi aside for a little bit.
Yes, absolutely.
But to start things off, I will say thank you for the wardrobe partnering this time. It's always an honor.
Yes.
Let's speak about this positive Sri Lanka movement that you have been championing with a passion and a drive. Why? How did it all start? Give me a nutshell for now.
Well, the Positive Sri Lanka is a campaign. It's a national campaign to stimulate the economy. Our economy is not doing so well. It's coming back up. It can definitely use a boost. And as a private sector, we can get together and do it. You know, that's why we're doing it.
Okay, so this whole drive for positive Sri Lanka, do you feel, okay, prior to the 21st of April, do you think Sri Lanka's economy was booming?
I think Sri Lanka's economy was having its potential, but it was definitely having some hiccups. However, the incidents in April definitely put a big question mark on the future. So what we are trying to do is each one of us have the capacity to do what we can, and as private citizens and private entrepreneurs and people who run businesses, we have a great deal to do.
All right. Where do you see is the biggest pressing issue coming from? Is it the government sectors, private sectors, or the government big fish, or the people who are dominating all of this, who are sort of crippling the...
I wouldn't say it that way because it's all interconnected. The government, private sector, individuals, we are all in this, ecosystem together.
It's like a life chain,
exactly.
Right?
It's an economy. It's a very interconnected ecosystem. For example, if you cancel this show, or there's hundreds of people working with this show, even though people only see you from production to post-production to advertising, so many people involved in this show. So like that, there's all interconnected. And not only that, but if you think about this show itself, you have lawyers, you have legislation, you have copyright law, so many things that come into play. In an advanced economy, Sri Lanka is an advanced economy. It's not a simple economy. So we have this interconnectedness, and then the beauty of it is that as we have drops in one segment, we can bring in other segments that will eventually, trickle down into the other sectors too.
True. All right. On the other side, we're going to speak to someone who is actually very passionate about this as well. Now, this Positive Sri Lanka was a movement, a little thing that was discussed in boardrooms that sort of came out, and somebody decided, listen, we need a person to sort of entrepreneur this in candy. So there was this sibling set that decided to champion it. But he is the one who left his wife back. We'll speak more when we do come back.
Hi, I'm Ayesh De Fonseka, Director of Thiesh, and just about to go on a date with Danu. So we have some fun segments tonight. I think there are a couple of fun games that we're going to play, as well as I think the Facebook pictures should be fun. Hopefully no one gets into too much trouble. Yeah, looking forward to it. So hopefully we're not going to be too traumatized by the date with Danu. I know it's going to be a lot of fun, so tune in.
Another first timer on Date with Danu, that's of course Ayesh, known for the brand Thiesh. He is the ish part of the Thiesh, correct?
Yes.
You got the second part of
I
the
got
name.
the second part, yes.
In terms of age, no, they gave.
That's
Let's
right.
put it that way. So you couldn't help your wife out in nannying the baby a little bit. You couldn't share the responsibilities. You wanted to be a typical candy man and be like, you look after the child, I'm going on TV.
No. Actually,
He's why are you accusing me of such things? That's not what happened, but anyway, yeah.
Yes, so unfortunately she couldn't make it today, but she will be on soon.
She's just slaving her way there, looking after your child.
I know.
And you are just enjoying your life in Colombo.
No, but I mean, unfortunately she's got a little bit of work on as well, because a lot of people don't know
Now
she
just
actually.
find a way of covering it.
But she also does work. That's a lot of people don't know. She runs a distribution for Dialogue there, so it's a lot of hard work. Yeah.
Blame it on the boogie.
Exactly.
What to do. Anyway, so there is like a very close-knit community that embraces Lovi sarongs as they come out. Like I'm a stalker. Like I just look around because the models get to display them first, and I'm like, Asanka, I don't have that one. Then he's like, okay, yeah, fine. And sometimes if he gives me one which none of them have wanted, I'm the happiest. But then he gets like bombarded and hate messages saying, oh, so you don't have even one for us? So it's always a nice feeling. But Ayesh is one of those beneficiaries who actually gets to experience them fast, and he has embraced Lovi for a long time. Tell me, did you like this idea of Lovi coming into Sri Lanka?
Absolutely. I mean, I think I met Asanka about 3 years ago when at an event when he first came down, and you know everything that he did, it was something unique. I loved how he brought something that was old but yet brought it back into fashion, and I think the beneficiaries are all the young Sri Lankan males who are wearing sarongs with pride. I think that's something fantastic.
And they wore it with sneakers, they wore it with sandals, they wore it with everything.
Yes.
Actually, it became the most sexiest outfit to wear and the most easiest thing to get off if you want to get in on some action, I mean. Let's get into a break. On the other side, we have so much to talk about. And also, this show is about putting people in controversial positions in life. It's a date with Danu, and we are seated at Movenpick, Colombo, and I am wearing Lovi, and I have the founder, creator, and the person who sort of conceptualized Lovi. Let's speak about the fashion industry in Sri Lanka. You are not a fashion guy.
No, I just happened to jump into this one because
Yeah.
I think there's a wonderful opportunity to create a national identity for us in clothing, at least.
So what were you doing? You were in the US before.
Yes, I was in the US
And
before.
when you were there one day while you were having, let's say, like breakfast, you sat and thought, sarong, Sri Lanka. Right, let's pack our bags. Margaret, come along with me. Is that what happened?
That's exactly what happened.
That poor
You know?
woman was just dragged in here because you wanted to make sarongs?
Well, I wanted to make a national identity.
Right,
clothing.
okay. It had a better word to it.
Well, the thing is, we all love Sri Lanka, but how do we actually express how much we love Sri Lanka? So we wanted a way to kind of share that culture with the rest of the world.
On the 21st of April, did you regret the decision of you coming back?
No, never for a moment. I felt very sad for having lost so many people, and for the families who's gonna feel that pain.
And up to date, a lot of people actually forget that 21st of April was only on the 21st of April. Up to date, you have stories of people losing their lives. There are people who are struggling
Absolutely.
in ICUs up to date with like parts of their skull missing. So people tend to forget about the impact that one day could have on someone and like 1-2 seconds in life. In terms of, you're a stranger to this whole fashion industry. when you got into this community, Colombo can be a bit, although we have 10 people, it can be very competitive, very cutthroat, and quite edgy. How did you survive? You have a very I don't care, and you also space out quickly. How do you sort of balance that and this together?
I think the space out factor helps. Part also, I mean, to be honest, like I feel very, people have been very kind and generous to me. Like when I moved here, I met you, I met Ayesh, all of you are friends in the last 2-3 years since I've moved here. And how wonderful to have these kind of friendships over sarongs, right? And I think partly other part is that nobody else was really pushing this kind of an idea, so it's, you know, it wasn't a competitive issue at all. You know, I think there's so much to collaborate on than competition itself.
Yeah.
And I think he's so genuine. I think that's something that a lot of people don't realize in Colombo as well, being a small place. If you're genuine, you do meet real people and they will help you, because when you're starting something afresh, that's exactly what you need. A lot of friends, it'll make a huge impact.
All right. We're going to speak about your Candy Colombo shift in life. But after this, we're getting into something called One Word. It's one of my favorite segments.
3, 2, 1. One word.
Welcome back to the show. It's a date with Danu. It's time that I ask the questions from Ayesh to start things off. It's actually Asanka Ayesh. It's all A's on the show. All right. How is sibling love?
It's fantastic.
All right. Describe Tiasha in one word.
Bubbly.
If not for Tiesh, where would you go for jewelry shopping? Kareem's, Colombo Jewelry Store, Ramsey & Co.
Probably Colombo Jewelry Store. I know Akram quite well now, and he's also a very nice person.
All right. Out of the two women in your family, who dresses better, your sister or your wife?
I have to say my wife.
Your views on homosexuality?
Be free and be yourself.
Who would you prefer to be dressed by if you were winning a Nobel Peace Prize? Lovi, Hamidia, Olive Couture, and why?
Oh God, all three friends, but as Asanka said, Sri Lankan identity, so I have to be Lovi.
All the others do sarongs too. It's fine.
But his one has a pocket in it though.
Oh.
I can keep my mobile in there.
Saving his way now. Asanka, over to you. Do you feel that you made a mistake in choosing Sri Lanka again?
No, not at all.
What is negative about Sri Lanka?
Because the weather is a little warm sometimes.
Okay. If Colombo Fashion Week remained with Dirk, would Lovi be a part of it?
I think one Colombo Fashion Week is always better.
Jayesh, Upeksha, Sonali Dharmavardhana. Rate them accordingly.
Well, I think Sonali's been there for the longest time. Upeksha's not doing Colombo Fashion Week these days, so I would go Sonali, Jayesh, and Upeksha.
Who looks better in Lovi? Arita, Ayesh, or Harin Fernando?
I think all three together looks best.
Choose one. Choose one. Who looks better in Lovi? Arita, Ayesh, or Harin Fernando?
I think Harin Fernando. You
Done.
know.
It'll help you in the long run. All right. So Ayesh, there's always this thing about Kandy and Colombo. Kandy is a town, but that's been forced into to become a city. And you see it because the roads are made for people to walk, not to drive massive cars.
Yes.
Because one day he came to pick me up while I was shooting in Kandy, and that's it. There was no other person to go on the road because his car was there. That's it. It was just blocking the whole thing. How did you find that shift between, because of course you all lived abroad,
Yes.
but how was this Kandy Colombo shift for you?
Initially, it was, as Asanka was saying, it was daunting when you first come about it, but we meet really good people here. And I think I met you in the first, actually I met you in Kandy some time ago. So I think friendships that we made initially, they've stayed the long haul, like the last 6 to 7 years since we've been doing the Kandy Colombo run. Those genuine friendships do hold for the long haul, so that makes a huge difference.
And even this shoot, you just came from Kandy, right?
I did. I left at 5 a.m. for you, Danu.
For me. Please. Let's get into a break. We'll see you on the other side. It's a date with Danu right here on High TV. So who completes and compliments Asanka? And that's Marguerite. And what made her move and come into our little island? We'll speak more on the other side.
Hi, my name is Marguerite Richards, and I'm a writer and an editor, and this is Date with Danu. So I guess there's going to be a segment about Facebook, and I'm a little bit worried about that one because I have no idea what they're going to dig up on me. I'm super excited to be here. I can't wait to see what the show is going to be like. Stay tuned.
So Asanka's better half?
Of course you can say.
Marguerite, thank you so very much for joining us on the show.
Thanks for having me.
How many people get your name wrong, like me?
Most.
Yeah, we always say
most
Margaret.
people, yeah.
Yeah, because Sri Lanka is used to a Margaret than a Marguerite.
Yes, or a margarita,
Yeah.
or like the drink I always hear, or on the rocks. Yeah.
So tell me about how you met Asanka. I really want to know this story.
Well, actually, we met in a bar.
Really?
Yeah, not over a margarita on the rocks, but we did meet in the bar, and Asanka was very charming. So
But is he actually a sweet talker?
he is such a sweet talker, so much that I wasn't sure about him at first. I was
You thought this man is creepy.
yeah, well, I was just a
Some
little-
creepy Asian man is trying to like talk me
I
up.
didn't find him creepy, but I thought maybe he had a lot of other girls on the side. I wasn't sure.
Did you? Did you?
Of course not, Danu. And would I admit?
That is true. You would have never had anyone. Those vows that you took were so precise. So tell me, how was it? How did it sort of bloom from there to what it is today? Because y'all are now married, y'all have a child.
Yeah, we have a baby.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what to say. I think we met and we really hit it off. We were at the same place in our lives, and I was always ready for change. I'm a big adventurer, so when he brought up the idea of changing his career and spending some time with his family, moving to Sri Lanka, I was on board. So we came.
Have you ever been to Sri Lanka before
I
that?
hadn't been to Sri Lanka before.
And he was the only representative.
Actually, I'd met one other Sri Lankan who was also very good looking. So I thought this would be a good place to be.
Now let's speak a little bit about Asanka's hairdo.
Okay.
It has been around for a long time.
It has been.
What is this inspired by? I'm very curious to know.
I don't know. I mean, he just has, he's always had these luscious locks, and I think he gets a lot of attention from the ladies, and the older ladies especially.
I'm sure they just like the grip.
Maybe. Yeah.
Asanka, do you feel like... Let's get into Do You Hear What I Say on the other side.
Do you hear what I say?
All right, we're back on the show, and it's time that I ask a few questions from Marguerite. Actually, these are words, and she needs to guess. Are you ready? You're going to get either a headache or you're just going to laugh a lot, one of the two, because what we have for you in terms of music is Bhangra.
Okay.
So you'll never hear. All right, headphones in.
Okay.
Can you hear how loud it is?
I can hear how loud it is. Oh, that's too loud.
Right. Now can you hear what I'm saying? Nothing at all? All right. Ready? Guess what I'm saying. My anaconda don't. Guess. My anaconda don't.
What language?
English. English. My. You're just laughing and I'm also just laughing. My.
So you're supposed to say back the word. We have to do, I think.
Take them off?
Yeah, you take them off.
You're supposed to repeat.
You are supposed to read my lips.
Okay, but you're speaking English, right?
Yes. Speaking
But I
English.
don't know what you're saying.
That's the whole point. You're supposed to guess it. I'm going to be more precise on it.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Okay.
On.
And you're saying only one word, or you're saying a phrase?
No, he's saying a phrase. You're
Phrase.
supposed to repeat it to him.
Okay, okay.
What do you
Okay.
think he's saying?
All right.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. My
Party.
anaconda
Alcohol.
don't.
Coat.
Correct. Say it again. My.
Party.
Good try. But what I was trying to say was my anaconda don't.
Okay.
You know, it's a hard one. All right, Asanka, it's up to you. Now you know how the game works?
Yes.
Yeah, go for it. I'm not going to ask you the same thing. I'm going to ask you something else. I hope you like Bhangra music. We have to change this music, I think. It's you look nice with your headphones.
No idea what you're saying.
You look nice with your headphones. All right, ready? Flying feathers.
Filthy, Danu. Filthy.
I'm not saying anything. Flying feathers.
Flying feathers.
Correct! You can hear.
I don't know what you're saying now.
But how did you
Are
hear
we
it?
still playing?
Okay. Okay. Good job. Good job.
Well done, you got it right.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That is very, very loud, huh?
Yeah, it's really
The whole purpose of it is that for all to just go a bit deaf for those time periods. Other way around. Great. All right, we're getting back into conversation. So, Marguerite, you have been very busy in the last few days while he was touching all these sarongs. You have been writing a book. Tell me about it.
Actually, over the last few years since we moved here, it was a great opportunity for me to focus on my writing and my work. The first book that I've done is I've curated stories by authors of Muslim heritage worldwide.
Okay. Oh, wow.
So writers living all over the world, and we have 1.8 billion Muslims living in the world, and I think that these are many people that are being misunderstood right now. I'm a professional storyteller and writer and editor, so that's my contribution to allow people to walk for a day in the shoes of people living around the world through their stories.
And also, I think even United States went through similar issues, and it was all pointed at this one religion, one race, one kind. So fine, but it doesn't generalize to the whole community where everyone could be seen wrong, because something that I always said is the fact that 10 years ago we were stopped. I was stopped because I was a Tamil and I was questioned so much more.
Yeah.
I was asked to carry a police report with me to say that I'm actually living in Colombo for so long. So because everyone saw, because the country's at a state of emergency, you always give priority to, security. But I think when people are personally attacked, because social media and all these places is where they take vengeance. How has it been between you comparing a similar situation in the US from 9/11 to this?
Well, I think that it's an issue that's happening all over the world, and that's something that I really just couldn't stomach any longer, is to see people that are being misunderstood for something that I feel is a very personal and private choice as religion. And even though many Muslims you can tell that they're Muslims by what they're wearing, I still think that is a personal, private choice, and it's also a very diverse group of people that we're talking about, people who interpret their lifestyles and their religions very differently across the globe, and so it's just completely unfair for anybody to be putting everyone in one group and generalizing, because everyone is so different. I mean, one Muslim from one side of the world is completely different from another Muslim on the other, and they don't even know each other's culture. They share some aspects of their religion maybe, but even the texture and scope of their religion is not the same.
Yeah.
So people who are being misunderstood, who are even, not even identifying with Islam, they're misunderstood just because they come from a particular part of the world. So I think it's a problem, something that's happening everywhere, and it's something that we can solve through storytelling. And
So this particular story is going to be a collection of all stories that have been narrated by people?
That's right. They're first-person nonfiction, so it's stories written by other people, and in some cases I've helped them find their voice. In many cases, they're already professional, progressive, wonderful writers writing about their lives. It's not a book about religion. It's a book about
their lives,
their
and
lives,
how they see life.
How they see life.
And that's very important. And when is this coming out?
I hope so. I just submitted to the publisher 2 weeks ago now, and so I hope by the end of the year. It might be in January, but it's coming soon.
Exciting news. Asanka, have you got a chance to read a few?
Absolutely.
Excellent. Brilliant.
Asanka is very involved. Yeah.
Brilliant. We're going to speak more, of course, when we do come back, but I'm going to bring the Ayesh part of this show back onto back onto the set. We're going to speak more, of course, when we do come back. It's a date with Danu. I got all three of them seated on one couch. I was thinking whether it might be a bit of a space issue, but they are slender. But now it's time that we play charades. Let's play charades! So I just looked at the theme. I actually look thin in that. Thanks. Thanks for the artistic direction there. All right, so I've got all three of them. It's time to play. Now, Asanka, you said that you play charades every day.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
With whom?
With my imaginary friends.
Now you have real ones. My name is
Don't you
Danu.
play when the baby's sleeping? Because you've got to act out what Marguerite has to hear while he's sleeping.
That's
That-
right.
That comes in
I
handy.
really don't know what
Yeah,
you're trying to get at.
No, like the baby's sleeping, so... Okay. You just
What
stick
type
to
of
another
charades are
phrase.
you talking about, Ayesh?
That
Dirty,
kind.
dirty fella. All right, here we go. I'm actually playing this very fair and square. I've not
So
seen this.
one of us take over?
Y'all can all do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Y'all against me.
Okay.
There's a horn that's
Without-
going to come.
Without. Oh.
No, you can't. Sit. Sing.
Yeah.
Karaoke.
Oh.
Lip sync. Beyonce. Michael Jackson. Got it?
Yeah. That's her.
Whatever she did worked.
Oh, what did
She
Marguerite
did this stilt.
Okay. Oh. That's... Okay.
Queen, the movie.
No.
The movie.
Yeah.
Okay. Chef, cook. Cooking movie. 2 words, 1 word.
2 words.
2 words.
Yeah.
Ayesh is talking.
Oh.
A deaf. What? Why did he do this? Jesus Christ. I tell you,
This is... Okay, I think it's...
Tough.
That's a tough one, right?
It's
that's so hard.
We have to
Oh,
stand.
that one you just point
this
here.
is easy.
What? Tummy, big belly.
Yeah.
Drink,
Yeah.
belly,
Yep.
beer belly.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
2 words,
Okay.
banana.
Yeah.
Banana boat. Banana boat. Sleeping. Sleeping banana boat. Floating banana boat.
Also, this is a metaphor. This is also a metaphor.
I
for,
know.
Yeah.
What's a banana hammock? It's like a underwear or
I
something.
really don't know, but it's so hard. Can you stop giving words to the hard? It's time that we played on their side. Now it's my time to act, and it's their time to guess. Ayesh, it's your turn.
Okay.
Can we all guess?
So it's 50-50. Comme ci, comme ça. Take it easy. No, comme ci, comme ça. 50-50. Okay. Half? No. Okay. Okay, 50-50. Okay. Okay. I've got no idea. Okay, Danu, yeah, me. Okay, I'm easy. No, what? No, not that. But really easygoing. No. Okay. What is it? Oh.
That's
It
tough.
was correct. I just wanted you to give me another word to that.
Right. Okay, got it.
That's
Yeah.
tough.
All right. My acting was good on that, right?
Very good. Yeah, limbo. Yeah.
Oh, limbo. All right. Margaret, it's over to you.
Swimming, fish, Little Mermaid. It's looking, adventurer, lost at sea, hidden treasure, searching, Little Mermaid, fish, Fishing for treasure. Lost. Fishing. Fish.
Finding Nemo.
Finding Nemo.
Finding Nemo.
Pretty good though.
Yeah.
Little Mermaid. Yeah.
All right, Asanka, over to you. That horn is going to give me a heart attack and I'm going to die because of that. All right, let's go. All the way to the top.
Tortoise. Shell. Tortoise slow. Tortoise and
Uh-huh.
the blowfish. Tortoise. Pearl. Tortoise.
Turtle!
Close enough.
Yeah, true.
Same but different.
So stressful. Oh, it's time we get into Sticky Situ right here on A Date with Danu.
Sticky Situ.
Welcome back to the show. It's time that I put you all in the spot a little bit. So, you all were a bit late to get married.
Oh, this is true.
Yeah.
It took a very long time to find my Prince Charming.
Oh,
How's that for a sticky?
my God. I must say, she's a very happy lady.
I am.
So tell me about, how was it? Like, did you ever plan on getting married? Were you a true Casanova?
Absolutely, I was planning on getting married, and how.
But it's just that you were looking so high and low.
Well, sometimes these things take their own natural path.
And you found her.
Found her, and we found each other, and we have a beautiful life with a kid, and you know.
You all
we're
made
very
it so
lucky.
normal. It's like, yeah, mine.
I know you're trying to get some.
Yeah,
dirt, you know?
but nothing is happening.
Yeah,
It's fine.
you have
Let's
to
move on
dig
to
deeper,
Ayesh.
baby.
Ayesh, how was it when your dad had to decide that his two kids will take over this industry that has fed y'all, has created y'all, and made y'all what y'all are? How was that transition for him?
For him, I think it took a little while just to let go of the reins a little bit.
Did he give you all the freedom?
No. He's still very much hands-on. It's only probably the last 3 to 4 years that you see a gradual trend in him taking a little bit of a backseat, but he's still pretty much the driving force. It's nice that there's 4 of us, so we all sit together and have a discussion before any big decisions are made.
But is it hard when you have to work with your family?
Of course, because you see them you see them at work and at home. Because you've been to my house, so I live right next door to my parents. So it's nice in a way, as well as sometimes you need a little bit of release. So that's why I have very good friends in Colombo as well. I'll meet up with you guys, have a nice meal and a chat. So that kind of release is important.
Now, Asanka, when you came to Sri Lanka with this one idea called Lovi, did you feel this idea alone was very too small to like sustain, feed, clothe, live?
Absolutely not. Actually, we're just getting started. The beautiful thing about Lovi is that it allows us to share the rich heritage of Sri Lanka with the rest of the world. If you look from Vietnam to the Caribbean islands, across the entire equator belt, there is some form of sarong, whether it's Vietnam, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, India, Pakistan, African countries, all the way through Hawaii. So Lovi is a way for us to create our culture, a strong identity, and then share it with the world. So we're just beginning.
Anyway, it's still a very young brand.
It's a very young brand, but the opportunities for us, frankly, endless.
Have you ever been scared about running an organization which is, sometimes, it's such a small, although it's a big brand, it's also a small brand, knowing the fact that it's a product.
Yeah.
Has it ever scared you, and especially now that you have a third person in your family, it's a huge...
Actually not, because if you look at like great brands, Burberry, Lululemon, Nike, I can give you 100 other brands like this. The genesis of this is an identity piece of clothing. In Burberry's case, it's the trench coat that you remember. In Lululemon, it's athletic wear, yoga pants. Nike, it's the shoes. Now they've gone on to create great, beautiful brands out of this. So it's just, over the last maybe 30, 40 years. So the genesis needs to be strong. It can be an identity, and from there you can build. So that's what Lovi is doing for us.
Marguerite, you were thrown into Sri Lanka in a way.
Grabbed, yes, dragged.
Dragged by my hair.
How did you find settling in here, meeting people? Because we are a very inquisitive crowd.
Definitely.
We would like to talk, we'll talk a lot.
Yeah.
So how has it been for you?
It's been good. I've been very lucky to be embraced by Asanka's family and friends here. It's definitely very different. A lot of people still today will ask me, what do you prefer, your home country or Sri Lanka? And I can't answer that question. This country's definitely become my home, just as much as my home in the U.S. and just completely the opposite. It's richer here, it's warmer here, it's louder here. It's
Everything
a lot.
is more,
it's spicier, everything. So, it's just very different, and I'm lucky to be with a man that I love and have a beautiful baby. And
See, you could have been having these same moments, Ayesh, if you have not left your wife slave in the kitchen. every segment it gets.
I know she's working. She's working really
She's
hard.
slaving in the kitchen, cooking for you to have a dinner served when you come.
Absolutely.
Telling you.
12 course.
Yeah. Let's get into a break. On the other side, more On a Date with Danu. It's A Date with Danu right here on High TV, your luxury channel, in conversation with Asanka, Ayesh and Marguerite. All right, I want to speak about a positive Sri Lanka once again. You would have seen these little pastel colors with a lot of Sri Lankan icons put around it. It could be the Aralia flowers, it could be a set of butterflies that we have never seen in our country in the longest time. And also a few items like this, we have sort of embraced what this little cross supposed to mean, or plus supposed to mean.
Plus.
Just tell me in a brief way of understanding, what is positive Sri Lanka and what is the second phase of this? Because right now we see everyone changing profile pictures, and then what happens?
Absolutely. So, thank you for a great question.
Oh, never mind. I should be Oprah, I don't know what's happening to me.
Positive Sri Lanka is to organize a beautiful shopping festival across Sri Lanka for 60 days to pump money into the local economy. Get people going out, enjoying themselves, leading, thinking, shopping, buying, participating again in the economic system. Because if we participate in our economic system, you do well, your family does well, your company does well, your neighborhood does well, the country does well. If we all hold back, if we all pull back, then again the opposite of that happens. So positive Sri Lanka is to get us saying, hey, we are strong, we bounce back, let's come out and go participate in the economy.
So when does positive Sri Lanka go to the international market? Because I feel that the diaspora or even the international market would like to be a part of positive Sri Lanka. How can they get involved?
You're full of great questions.
I can't take this anymore.
Danu, the way few things. Actually, we are bringing the diaspora to Sri Lanka with positive Sri Lanka. There are many of these brands that are online, so they can definitely participate and make their purchases. They can visit Sri Lanka. They can bring their friends to come to Sri Lanka. So come here, enjoy. We have a beautiful nation, great discounts, great opportunities for sales and shopping. Come enjoy with us. Right. Celebrate with us.
Ayesh, what was why did you sort of become the candy representative on such a big level?
Well, I think with the way that just what Asanka said, it's about the effects of the retail spending stopping. It's not only the big shops or showrooms. It filters down all the way to the person that's sweeping the floor there, the one that's the security guard. Like as I was saying, even with Tiesh, the moment April 21st happened, our sales dropped from what it was to we were doing the first month 1% of what we were doing. That's in candy because of the tourism sector. Last month there was a gradual increase, and then when I was talking to Asanka and this wonderful positive frame that he had going, I thought, why not Tiesh also come on board, because this is fantastic to get a shopping festival theme going, because I think Dubai's done it really well over the last few years. I think Singapore does it really well. So it's a similar kind of concept where you just have a fabulous discount going where people will come in and buy. At Ayesh, we're running a 50% discount at the moment, and we've seen a lot of locals coming in. And I think another thing that we are trying to promote is buy local. Because there are things that you can buy here or buy overseas, but if you buy it in Sri Lanka, you're supporting a local business. It's something that I try really hard to do in Kandy as well, because there are similar shops that you get in Colombo, but in Kandy, like the Odells or the Cotton Collections, or just brands that you find, the same thing there. If we stop buying it in Kandy, those people lose their jobs. So Mihiri's thinks she'll only go to KCC, just buy all the things there, and she comes to Colombo to meet friends, but all her shopping she'll only do at
because you need to help
brands.
your own community. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to speak more, of course, when we do come back. But right now, I sort of took time to go through their Facebook. What's on their Facebook is what this segment is called WTFB. All right. So, to tell you the truth, Asanka's Facebook profile is boring. There's nothing. I was actually searching for a picture where you would have cut your hair. I couldn't find anything.
I think I had this hair since I started
was
this.
born.
Since you were born,
You were born with that hair.
walked out like that.
Absolutely.
When did you grow your hair? It's not good for your hairline, by the way. Just letting you know.
But he's got good.
He has good hair.
He's fine.
Yeah, it's good hair. All right, we'll start off with the most obvious one. This just to talk about experiences, nothing controversial here.
Sure.
There's Positive Sri Lanka. If you have not done this part, do it on Facebook, at least to promote and show people that we are positive about things that are happening in Sri Lanka. I've taken Ayesh as a representative for this. But you have not changed, Asanka.
Absolutely.
You have not.
Absolutely, I have changed.
Today, now, you'll do it right now and make me believe that you've done it.
Absolutely, I have done.
You should get into politics. You're very good at it. Absolutely. So, Ayesh, just because you're in the jewelry field doesn't mean you need to wear them all.
Oh wow, that's the old one. Wedding picture, 2000.
How old is that?
2012
How the starts
January.
on the year?
I had the earring as well, by the way.
You still have it?
No.
Thank
It's
God.
gone now.
Yeah.
That was a bad mistake.
You got the side right?
Yeah. Right side. Right side. Definitely. Yeah.
Because it can give wrong
So
impression.
that's
Is she wearing TH?
Yes, she is actually. Wedding necklace and everything. Yeah, absolutely.
Just wanted to check. I'm sure your sister will hate me for this, but the reason why I did it.
Okay, so Aki was
Where was
living
this?
in Sydney. Aki moved over for about 2 years to Sydney. She was living there for a while. So I went and visited her, and I think that was, I think we were going out. So I think at that time, Miri
It's a
was
bad hair day, no?
for Aki or me.
No, she looks
I think
great.
she's.
I like her curls, but she has
I
always
think that was
kept.
just a fresh
I
look
love
for
it.
the day.
Yeah.
I think we were just going out for a meal and just took a photo before going out.
You have
Yeah.
lost weight.
From there to here,
Yeah.
trying hard. Trying hard.
This is the most I've seen of Margaret.
Oh,
Have you ever known this side to Margaret? Never,
That's
right? She's
fun.
always so well put together, so calm and collected.
that's cool.
That's the real me.
When was this?
That is
And you had a
about
fringe.
2010, I think, probably
Is
2010.
it the time when you met her?
No.
You met her after that?
Yes, absolutely.
I've been thinking about getting the bangs back. What
You
do
should
you think?
get your bangs
You like
back.
it?
It's really nice. It's really nice. I think that there you go. Please explain this photograph.
Oh, evil moment.
What are you trying to do?
That's a great picture. There.
I'm just trying. It's just that's my evil side. There is one too.
It was nice knowing you, Asan.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm a huge rugby fan, so.
You are
I think-
suffering from a few things here: acne, earring,
Oh, I'm sorry. That was like.
bad hair, and bad posing.
I think 2005. That was a while, and a lot heavier, by the way. I think that was my heaviest. Quite chubby. Aussie meats, man. That gets
Yeah.
you all the steaks. Horrible.
I relate to you in this. So this whole factor about Mihiri being abused is true, right? Like you have made her starve at home, slave for you.
No.
Because
none
look
of-
at
none of-
this, you're even slapping her.
No, I think. I think that was trying to.
This is
I
just terrible. Look at
I don't
her.
know
Look
what
at
to
her
do.
face. She's like one of those
I don't know
real
what that
singular
picture
moments.
is. Weird
"Eh, pa."
picture.
Is that on my
Matagane.
social media? That's horrible.
It is on social media.
Oh, wow.
It's terrible.
I think
Terrible, Ayesh.
when
Terrible.
we were dating.
So all what I have said is true.
Old one. I don't know what we're doing.
Poor Mihiri, I tell you. If
Looks
she can
horrible.
only talk. She's just locked up in a room somewhere in a dark
gosh.
alley.
Should call you afterwards for putting that picture
Poor
up.
soul. See, I told you I was building up to this. It's true, right?
It's
Now you all
true.
believe me? If you ever see a scar on a report, immediately.
I've got the scars because she beats me.
This was actually you defending yourself.
Yeah, no, pretty much.
Don't!
That's it.
All right. Now, before we close things up, we have to speak a little bit about what is the situation in Colombo beyond all of this. How have you survived let's start with Ayesh, the whole gossip community and very inquisitive mindset, which I spoke to Margaret about. How do you sort of manage this? Because you would have heard rumors about you. You have been gay in some, you have been straight in some, you have been playing around in a few.
Yeah.
How do you sort of manage just because you dress well?
No, I think the thing is that if you're honest in what you're doing, I think people will talk anyway. But I think the people who love you know what the truth is, and in our case, it's obvious. So in my case, it's Miri and my family. So I mean, I do what I do. I do enjoy socializing, so I do go for events and meet people and friends, and have a drink. We used to be drinking buddies back in the day, Marguerite and I.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What happened
Before
now? You
baby.
had the
Before
baby.
baby, before
baby.
You had the baby, that's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
things have changed a
Yeah.
little.
Now
But
it's
I
just
mean,
milk.
Yeah.
As long as you're genuine in what you do and you're honest in what you do, I think it's fine. Yeah.
Right. So, Asanka, what have you planned for the years to come?
Wow, that's a big one. I mean,
Is it another good question?
well, Positive Sri Lanka is happening
Taking a
right
lot of your
now.
time.
You know, it's taking a lot of time, and I'm very, very happy that it's taken the momentum that it's taking, and hopefully we can take it somewhere.
Excellent. And I have to ask you, have you decided to stay here for good?
I think Sri Lanka will always be in our lives. I mean, we have our baby was born in Sri Lanka, so
Yeah.
even if we are moving back to the U.S., it's definitely a priority to be coming back every year.
Yeah, for him to know where he was.
Well,
It's an island baby.
but also not just for a week, but a good summer, 3 months or something like that. I think it would be important. So this is always going to be home.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, we need to wrap things up on the show, but Asanka, I'll be seeing you soon because I have lost some weight and I need to alter these shirts. So I just wanted to fit like his. I wanted to look like that. If it's not going to get there, I really don't know what to do.
We'll get it like that.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Brilliant. We need to wrap things up on the show. It has been absolutely amazing having you here. The reason why I paired Ayesh with them is the fact that they have a great friendship and they've known each other for a long time, and they also work towards this cause together, which is brilliant. And it's always good to know that we have complementing people coming on the show. Asanka, thank you so very much. I've always loved your work. I'm always happy to wear your work because it's excellent. It speaks Sri Lanka, and you will definitely quickly stand out. And whenever somebody says, I'm going abroad for something, I'm like, where are we? Because the fact that people tend to look at you and wonder what you're wearing and starts a conversation. And then you get to speak about Sri Lanka, and it's always wonderful. Marguerite, thank you so very much. You've always been so pleasant and so calm, and now I got to know the true side to you. And Ayesh, he just couldn't bring his wife, so that's the truth. But anyway, thank you so very much, Ayesh. As always, it's fun, and I'm happy that you're all on the show. Until we see you with another brilliant episode 2, A Date with Danu. You have yourself a great day. Thank you so very much for joining us right here on ITV.
The pot was empty, the cupboard was bare. I said, Papa, what's the matter here? I'm waiting, son, waiting on